Hey guys, welcome to MNMMPT NAATI YouTube channel. Today I am here to discuss about the fluency requirements in different questions of your speaking section. Now we all know that speaking section has 5 different types of questions, starting from read aloud, then you have your repeat sentences, you have your describe image, you have your retell lecture, and then you have answer short questions at the end. Now, answer short questions, that is one of those topics which is not at all important, so we won't discuss it. Even if you need a 90 out of 90, you do not need to prepare that topic. So if you are not sure what has to be done in the answer short questions video, there is a video already uploaded in the channel about answer short questions. You can just refer to that video because you literally do not need to do anything. It's just speaking one word. And that's it. So don't stress about that topic. But the other 4 topics, yes, they are all very important. But the problem is a lot of students, they mess between the fluency requirement of every single topic, and what they do is they feel that all the topics they have similar requirements. That's not the case. You have to understand one thing, that if it is read aloud, what area is it contributing marks to? Because based on the area it is contributing marks to, the requirements are dependent on that. So the requirement of retell lecture cannot be same as the requirement of read aloud. Similarly, the requirement of describe image cannot be same as requirement of read aloud. So don't follow a common uniform strategy for all the questions, because that is not going to work. Let us understand the fluency requirements for all these 4 questions. Let's start with read aloud. Now we all know that the name itself is very clear. Read something loudly. Now loud doesn't mean you have to scream. It means you have to read it clearly. Basically that's the meaning, that you have to read it loud and clear, appropriate. Okay. Now obviously it gives marks to reading and speaking section. So over here, fluency, pronunciation and content, all 3 are important. You cannot compromise on any of them. What is the fluency requirement for read aloud? Normal speed. Okay, there is a video uploaded where I have shown a few most repeated read aloud questions, how to do them. I've literally done the read aloud for you, so you can watch that video as well. But what you have to understand is, be normal. You can pause at punctuations, you can breathe because you are a human being. I have seen students literally doing read aloud in one breath without taking any pause. That's not human, that's inhuman, I would say. You are not machine, so don't try to act like a machine. So whenever you do a read aloud, keep in mind one thing. There is a passage, I have to read it normally, normal speed. Okay, I can pause at the punctuation so that I can take, the breathing time. Now there is no need to pause after every second or third word. So many pauses are also not needed. But let's say if you have read a line of 7-8 words and now you need to pause, even if there is no punctuation, you can pause and breathe, quick pause, and then move on. Read it normally. Videos are there on our channel where we show how to do a read aloud. So don't do it fast like a train and just try to get your score, because a lot of people they just advise that read it as fast as possible. No, there is no need. You have to understand one thing, this exam is for human beings, it's not for machines. So read it like a human being. There is no need to read it like a machine. Like the way I am speaking to you right now, this is a good enough for fluency for you to read your read aloud so that you can get your score. So don't confuse between reading appropriately and reading fast. Reading fast does not mean you'll get a very good score. No, there is no guarantee for that. If you read appropriately with proper fluency, no hesitations, pause where you need to, no fumbling, that's when you get a good score. So that is read aloud. Second is repeat sentence. Now in repeat sentence, there is no such fluency requirement, but obviously you cannot be very slow. Okay, for example, the sentence is that this was a long weekend in Australia, and the good thing is that the next weekend will also be a long weekend. Now it's a long sentence, easy one, but a long sentence. Okay, now you don't need to speak like this. This was a long weekend in Australia, and the good thing is. No, there is no need to speak so slow. Normally, how would you speak in normal life if you speak your native language? How would you speak? Just speak the same sentence in your native language and see what's your fluency. That is a good fluency to speak English as well. So how would you normally speak it if you compare it with your native language speed? this weekend was a long weekend in Australia, and the good thing is that the next weekend is also is also a long weekend, whatever I said. Normal speed. There is no need to say like this as well. This weekend was a very long weekend in Australia, and the good thing is no need to be so fast, no need to be very slow. Speak normally, because when you speak very fast, number one, you'll definitely make mistakes, because English is not our first language. If English was our first language, then we should probably not be giving this exam, most probably. Okay, so if we are giving this test, most likely that we speak something else as well most of the time of the day and not English. So you will definitely make mistakes when you when you don't speak English 24/7. Now, do I still make mistakes? Absolutely yes. Why not? I mean, we are all human beings, so why will we not make mistakes? But what I need to make sure is I speak in a speed where I know that I don't make mistakes. So it has to be normal speed, not very fast. The third topic is describe image. Now this topic gives scores to speaking only. Sorry, repeat sentence. It is listening and speaking. So over here, content is very important, very important. Fluency is important and pronunciation is important as well. So all three. Whereas on the other hand, describe image gives scores only to speaking. Okay. So hence content is not that important. Yes, your fluency and pronunciation is important, which means whatever you speak, it should be clearly audible, it should be understandable, and fluency should be good. Now in this question, describe image, it is okay to be a little fast if you don't pause. You should pause, according to me, at the end of every sentence according to the template you follow. Let's say your template has 5 sentences. So don't pause in the middle of the first sentence. You can pause after the first sentence is completely finished, then a quick pause, second sentence, finish the second sentence, quick pause, third sentence, finish the third sentence, quick pause, fourth sentence, pause, fifth sentence. In the middle of the sentence, try not to pause. That is what I would recommend. So speak like, your whatever your template is, just practice it in a way where you do not pause in the middle of the sentence. You only pause at the end so that you don't have many pauses, because over here content is not that important. So the entire focus is on fluency and pronunciation. Hence, being a little fast compared to read aloud and repeat sentence won't be wrong. So just understand the difference between these two. And the last thing is retell lecture. Now in retell lecture, again, we have scores for listening and speaking. So content is important and fluency, pronunciation is also important. Now, if you have watched the videos about retell lecture from our channel, you will understand that the content means the content that you pick from the audio is important, but if the phrase that you have taken doesn't make sense, it is still okay. If it is making sense, it's okay as well. So what is the primary focus here in terms of content? Number one, whatever phrases you take, they have to be from the audio. You cannot create your own phrases. You cannot mess with the content. Okay, that is number one. Again, if it's not clear, the best thing to do would be note taking of retell lecture. We have videos about that. Please watch them. Okay. Coming towards fluency, which is the agenda of this video, you have to speak again normally, not very fast. Okay. And if you want to pause, wherever you feel you want to pause, pause at the end of the first sentence. So your template with few phrases. Okay. In the first sentence, let's say if you have 3 phrases. So 3 phrases in the first sentence, pause. Second sentence, whatever the template is, phrases, pause. Third sentence, whatever the template is, phrases, pause. And then fourth. So pause when you finish the first sentence, entire sentence with your content or whatever. Then second sentence, finish the second sentence. Don't pause in the middle of the sentence and then only pause. So similar to describe image, you can say that. Okay. So describe image and retell lecture, try and pause at the end of the sentence, not in the middle of the sentence. Repeat sentence, I would try and not pause anywhere in the middle of the sentence, because it's just one sentence. So if you don't pause, it's okay. You will not be short of breath. Read aloud, yes, you should pause wherever you are tired. Punctuations, you need to breathe because it's a long passage. It can be 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines as well. So understand the requirement of fluency, because fluency does not mean speaking fast. No, Fluency, a good fluency means you speak like a native speaker, which is clearly understandable, appropriate. Somebody who's listening to you can understand what you're speaking at a normal speed without hesitation. That is the meaning of fluency, not speaking like a train and that is a good fluency. That's not the case, okay? So even if you watch me in this video, am I speaking too fast? No. But I've never struggled with my speaking score or with my reading or listening score because I was speaking slow or I was speaking in a medium speed, because I was not speaking fast. I never speak fast. I never ever speak fast because that is not my style. But that doesn't mean that I speak very slow as well. So please don't get under that pressure of speaking extremely fast. Understand what is appropriate speaking by watching the videos of speaking that we have uploaded, and it should be good enough to get a very good speaking score along with reading and listening scores as well. With that, I take your leave. If you have any questions regarding PTE or NAATI, feel free to put it in the comment section below. You can always get in touch with us using Facebook Messenger or Instagram. Just search for MNMMPT NAATI. There is also a link in the description which is easy way to access towards us. So if you are after 30 minutes or 1 hour or even more consultations, just get in touch with us. We are happy to give you one-on-one consultations to address all your issues, to help you with speaking or anything else for PT or for NAATI for that matter as well. And we also have an updated NAATI prediction file. So if you're planning to give NAATI Hindi, Gujarati or Punjabi, we have a prediction file updated once with most recent exam audios. If you're after that, just get in touch with us and we'll advise you how you can get that from us. With that, I'll take your leave. Bye for now.